give these people the right, they can just come video. That's what they do. They just stand across the road, on the pretense of video in the building. That's nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. Any old times they'll be standing there messing about the agent provocateurs. That's what they do. Who wants to be them? No, but I don't want to be them. I definitely don't want to see them. And this is what they do any matter of day. The so-called Dutch people of different races. I will add to you. It's not a Caucasian thing per se. It's just a weird or creepy behavior that you get, especially here in this country. Is not quite homogenous, but seemingly they're all plugged in this cyborg, zombie-like behavior of antagonism and nonsensical, activism. It shows they're not happy with their life. All the money they have, allegedly, the cars they have, allegedly, but they're not happy with their lives because these people just seem to want to voyage and with antagonism, with menacing behavior. They'll lurk there for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, seemingly not even taking a picture of any building. But I don't take pictures of them all the time to show. I don't have it to show all the time. It just sometimes I'll have it to show like now. And if you look at my other videos, they just vow. None of them. I promise you, they're based there in Holland. They're not tourists. Those tourists just take their snap and move on. But these menacing, disgusting, vile, creepy nutcases. You've seen them. Look at some of my videos. They come in groups as well. There's lurk individually. And they're just disgusting pedophiles, I would say. Pedophile, kinderverkrachter. That's what they are in the main. Kinderverkrachter, pedophile. That's what they are in the main. Disgusting, creepy behavior. And this is associated with such people who are generally psychiatrists, lawyers, doctors, allegedly people of intellectual high acumen. These are vile, disgusting deadbeats who have been manipulating the people of the world for centuries and years, and always been in the inner circles of the consort of the Queen and the King and the Queendom. But they will not be when it's time for them to be escaping. They will be left to rot and be eaten by the wolves and ravenous vultures, as their body will be left discarded. These are dirty, disgusting individuals. I don't mean to film people, but this is what happens on the main. I see them filming children, filming families, and even the families themselves doesn't seem to be concerned or even speaking up, saying, "Hey, excuse me, what are you doing?" Like, when they're here watching a chess game, we're not here to be filmed randomly. I have my kids here, whatever, or their family, and they don't really mention hardly, because it seems to be acceptable that these creeps are allowed to go around just try to steal people's, energy or just being and just existing. Of course, a building may look nice. You take a picture, you move on, whatever. But these people will lurk there, as you see in some of my videos. Hence why they will get an outburst of certain reaction to their vile, subversive, obvious wickedness. And this is what they do on the main. Everywhere around the world, obviously. It gave me but a tint of it here. It's just that it's just a homogenous, control of the vile system here, where people are just is a one-tier system. Really, you forget China. China has some knee-jerk reactions and some form of cracks and in whatever form, and they try to forcibly socialize people, as they do here, but they call it a different term. As any form of assimilation, it's equally as repugnant, and should be repelled. Whatever form it is being, prescribed or allegedly, administered to you. As they use all these, euphemisms, that sound so nice and formal and there to be trusted. And all these people on the main are the vilest and the most disgusting human traffickers and beastly, some entities that there is in the world. I mean, we've seen them on many occasions. Just lurking with their fucking dirty, vile, disgusting behavior. They're lurking no manners of mode from a few thousand meters away up to a different universal position away, watching you on camera, wherever it may be. This is what they do. Because they're devoid of any semblance of staticity. They no form of electricity about them, no form of life about them. They're devoid. They're looking expensive in their clothes, on their bikes, in their cars, on their trams, or whatever. But they're devoid of any happiness, of any joy, of any. I'm enjoying it more than them. Let's look at the ugly man here. Yeah. Let's look at his attire and his belongings and all that he has here. That's all it is here. The umbrella, parapluie, as they say here. Yeah, this is it. But yeah, the joy and the want of to learn and understand and be happy, especially where children are concerned. Those are the ones that get the random, no strings attached. I'm acting like like a donkey like around children because they're children. There's no strings attached. There's nothing there. Just a real joy of high and by, and this is it. And adults want me to play that with them. That's what I'm gonna do. Hey, how you doing there? Man, it doesn't met you. You're not a long lost friend, man. That's how you should greet your parents. That's how you greet your friends. A lot of them don't greet their friends like that anymore. They don't greet their spouse like that anymore. They don't want to greet strangers like that. Hey, mate, stay away, man. Down well. I mean, like trying to keep the so-called enemy closer. Yeah, that's what is going on because you don't even know about this individual. You don't even understand about them or me or you or I or all of us, and yeah, you want to be giving them luring people and hey, give it a rest, man. And that's the initial problem of the of the society we're living in now. Because actually when you actually hold that back, then in reverse it will be much more cohesive socializing and actually much more friendly and truthful and honest and kind of socializing, not this fake nonsense that's going on. The so-called energies think that they're stealers, lurk near you, lurk from far with a long lens camera, thinking they're stealing energy, doing their whatever. How many pictures have you taken since I've been here? Blah, 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 blah. What has it achieved you? Everybody lives and everybody dies, man. You ain't learned nothing. You ain't rehabilitated. You ain't changed. You're just a disgusting vermin and vehement, dirty, subversive non-entities who I don't want to be around. That's why I don't work. Of course, people like me could work in a system, but we choose not to because it's just saturated and pervaded with negative and just fake and unnatural energy, to say the least. Hence why I stay away. And yet they still try to smother me, even in my choice of recluse and relative periphery of the edge of what they're doing. They still want to come over to you. Well, isn't that the choice we made? You made your choice to be who you are, to stay with your kind, take pictures of your kind. In order to be taking pictures of somebody you can visibly see is not part of your kind. And yeah, that's what choice is about. That's what choice is about. People liking this particular area, liking this particular thing, so they do that particular thing and then try to stay away from the other rest, not necessarily deliberately, but that's just part of the choice in which they have made and what they're doing, and they enjoy what they're doing. So I don't need to go down to their lane. Do I?